In the ever-evolving saga of the British royal family, a new chapter has unfolded, one that pits the steadfast resolve of King Charles III against the persistent demands of his daughter-in-law, Meghan Markle. At the heart of this conflict lies a contentious issue: Meghan's alleged insistence on being granted a royal title, a request that has reportedly been met with unwavering resistance from the monarch himself. According to reports, Meghan Markle has been actively seeking a meeting with King Charles III, her father-in-law, to address what she perceives as a different set of rules applied to her and her husband, Prince Harry. The Duchess of Sussex is said to be furious about the scrutiny and criticism she has faced for her various media endeavors, including interviews, book deals, and the launch of her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. At the crux of Meghan's grievances lies a perceived double standard, one that she believes allows other members of the royal family, such as Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, to engage in similar activities without facing the same level of backlash. This perceived inequity has fueled Meghan's desire for a direct dialogue with the king, in the hopes of securing a royal title that would ostensibly grant her the same privileges and protections afforded to her royal counterparts. However, according to sources close to the palace, King Charles III has remained steadfast in his refusal to grant Meghan Markle a royal title. This decision is rooted in a deep respect for the traditions and protocols that have governed the monarchy for centuries, as well as a firm belief in the importance of maintaining the integrity and sanctity of the royal institution. For the king, the granting of a royal title is not a mere formality or a symbolic gesture. It is a profound honor bestowed upon those who have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the crown and the values it represents. In the eyes of the monarch, Meghan's actions and public statements, which have often been perceived as critical or dismissive of the royal family, have called into question her suitability for such a distinction. Moreover, King Charles is acutely aware of the potential ramifications of acquiescing to Meghan's demands. Granting her a royal title could be seen as a capitulation to external pressures, setting a precedent that could undermine the authority and autonomy of the monarchy itself. It could also be perceived as a tacit endorsement of the couple's controversial decisions and public criticisms, potentially eroding the public's trust and respect for the royal institution. At the heart of King Charles's stance lies a deep reverence for the traditions and protocols that have shaped the British monarchy for centuries. The granting of royal titles is a carefully regulated process, governed by strict guidelines and historical precedents. To deviate from these established norms would not only be a departure from tradition, but could also open the floodgates for further demands and challenges to the monarchy's authority. King Charles, as the custodian of this ancient institution, is keenly aware of the delicate balance that must be struck between preserving tradition and adapting to the changing times. While he has demonstrated a willingness to embrace modernity and progressive values, he remains steadfastly committed to upholding the core principles and protocols that have sustained the monarchy through generations of upheaval and transformation. Despite the apparent impasse, there remains a glimmer of hope for reconciliation between King Charles and Meghan Markle. Some royal experts have suggested that the door may not be entirely closed on the possibility of Meghan's return to the royal fold, provided that certain conditions are met. According to royal biographer Tom Quinn, Meghan could potentially regain her standing within the monarchy if she were to physically reside in England, and very quietly begin to engage in the traditional duties and responsibilities expected of a royal. This approach, which would involve a significant shift in Meghan's public persona and a willingness to embrace the monarchy's conventions, could pave the way for a gradual reintegration and, perhaps, the eventual granting of a royal title. However, Quinn also cautioned that such a reconciliation would be contingent upon Meghan's willingness to abandon her demands for an apology or a complete overhaul of the royal family's protocols. The monarchy, he asserted, is simply unable to accommodate such sweeping changes, and any attempt to force their hand could further entrench the divide between the two parties. As the standoff between King Charles III and Meghan Markle continues to unfold, it serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring legacy and resilience of the British monarchy. Throughout its storied history, the royal institution has weathered countless storms, adapting and evolving while steadfastly preserving its core values and traditions. In this latest chapter, King Charles finds himself at the center of a delicate balancing act, navigating the complexities of modern society while upholding the sanctity of an institution that has endured for centuries. His resolute stance in the face of Meghan's demands is not merely a matter of personal preference or stubbornness, it is a principled defense of the very foundations upon which the monarchy is built. Whether this impasse will ultimately be resolved through compromise or continued defiance remains to be seen. However, one thing is certain, the British monarchy, with its rich tapestry of history and tradition, will endure, adapting and evolving as it has done for generations, while steadfastly preserving the core values that have sustained it through the ages. In the end, the standoff between King Charles III and Meghan Markle may be but a fleeting chapter in the annals of royal history, a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of an institution that has weathered far greater storms. And as the world watches with bated breath, the monarchy will continue to stand as a beacon of tradition, a living embodiment of the enduring power of heritage and the indomitable spirit of a nation.